Hello friends, today we'll quickly learn about the classes, functions, methods and constructor. Like what are these things? Like class is a method, the function is a method is a method, a constructor is a method. So what are these things? The functions, methods, all these are the basics of JavaScript. And we can also say like if they are introduced in the ES6. So some things are introduced in the ES6 like classes we have. So what are these things? So the classes, basically class is a abstract entity of object oriented programming. It's just something that all the objects belong to that class have in common. In real life you could say that your pet belongs to the class of dogs. In programming we can say like abc is an object of class string. So these are things are the means class is basically a blueprint. Let's talk about the objects. What are objects? Object is just a package of data and functions and that operate on the data. Like there have to be methods, simply a function that is inside an object. So like means this objects belong to the class. Like if you create class, then you will create the instance of that class, and it will create an object. What are these functions? Like function in JavaScript is a reusable chunk of code that can possibly take input values, possibly do something with uh, them, and possibly return a value. Also in JavaScript, every function is an object of class function. So just like any other object, a function also has data and methods associated with it. So this is basically a basic of the function. Like if we have created a function of sum, you can just pass arguments a and b and it will return the same output. So these are the basic functions we create in the JavaScript. And means let's talk about a constructor. So what this constructor is basically, so no constructor of JavaScript correspond directly to a class, but if you can call a function with the new keyword in front of it, then the function is called a constructor because it construct and return a new object. A class is then simply the set of all objects that were created using the same constructor. So let's see a quick example like how you can create this class and all those. Suppose we have created a class, so class greater, and it has greeting, and here we can define the constructor, and with the message we can define a string, and we can pass the value here like this dot greeting equal to message. So this is basically create class, and basically if you want to, this is the method that we create under this class. We cannot create function in that. This function plays a different role, so you can pass hello plus, and the dynamic text that you pass here. And now if you want to create an object, let's just create an object of this like new breeder. Here just pass the number, and like here you just need to pass the class name. Like if you, this is a syntax of class. This is greater class that we find, and you can just, now you can just use that class, create object, call the functions, all those things now you can do, like greet. So if you run it now, it will see, it will print all those things, like hello world. Oh sorry, it will be hello world. And you can see here uh, new greeter hello, just एक space. So this is basically a class we discussed. This is the method that we discussed. This is the constructor that we discussed. And function belongs to, like if you want to add something here, you can create a function of it, like function, like you can create test, and here you can uh, pass the value, like what the function basically return. So in sometimes for the small chunks we create the functions like new well. So now you can use this function here also, like greeting plus test, and you can call that function. So if you can see here, it has written all those values that we have talked about. So this is all about the functions in JavaScript. Thanks guys for watching. So basically functions basically defined with the function keyword we have. Thanks guys for watching.